Balinese black magic. In Bali, you will see many religious ceremonies, but behind this image, Bali hides a taboo subject: black magic and evil spirits. And yes, this island is so attractive by its culture. There are many Balinese who still believe in it or who still know a story of someone who has been a victim of dark magic or who has seen a ghost. I know people who have. Do you know about the black magic in Bali? Before, you must subscribe this video and then click the bell and like, share, and comment. Thank you. Places of magic in Bali. Black magic in every place in the world is used for reasons of jealousy, revenge, anger, and etc. The Balinese are very superstitious and believe in spirits. For example, the offerings placed on the ground with a little rice, candy, cake, or even cigarette are there to appease the spirits. Talk to Balinese black magic or ghosts and immediately they close on themselves because this subject is taboo. Here we do not talk about joking, we take it very seriously. Before the year 1970, when the name of the city of Sanur was mentioned, because this city is like the home of black magic. All Bali knows that Sanur is home to people practicing it. It was not a common. At that time, there were rumors that there was a war between the master of black magic of Sanur and those of the village of Kamasan in Klungkung at certain times. But nowadays, Sanur has lost that reputation. Another place that is feared by many Balinese for because it haunted evil power is the island of Nusa Penida. We believe that every Balinese must at least once in his life make a pilgrimage to this island to visit a specific temple, the Pura Dalam Penataran Pad, whose energy provides a negative balance with the divine positive energy. This temple has a sanctuary, a source of power for those who practice black magic, and place of pilgrimage for those seeking to protect themselves from evil and sickness. Penida was a long time ago inhabited by demons, evil spirits. One of the most feared in local mythology, Jero Gede Macaling, the king of demons, who inspired the dance Barong Landung. This demon from the village of Batuan, Bali was exiled to Nusa Penida because he was accused of being responsible for disease and disasters. It is said that he always comes to Bali from time to time to do damage. You have to understand Balinese fear and respect that they believe because it is essential for Balinese that there is always a balance for everything. Hardness spirits. In Bali, everything has its place, and in order to have a harmony between the two worlds, the borders must be clear. So before its construction, a religious ceremony must be made to relocate the spirits before construction begins. However, with the development that Bali Island knows, the spirits are dislocated and compressed in smaller spaces. This creates an imbalance in the supernatural world. The human takes the impairment of the spirits, especially the rivers and forests that are their roads and houses. More and more rivers are built villas, houses that often have no altars or offerings, this is a problem. The people of the river are disturbed because they are then without homes. The Tonya are the spirits that inhabit the rivers and ravines. It is said that they are very active during the day when they take on a human appearance in the village. There are also the Mamadi red-haired humanoids who live in tall big trees and bamboo groves near the village. It is also said that they steal children when the sun goes down. The parents used to threaten the children that the Mamadi will take if they behaved badly. The Tuyuls are spirits of mischievous children. It is said that there is people send them to break into houses or shops to steal money. That's why often when we keep pennies aside, we put a small mirror on this money, so if they comes to rob us, he will see his reflection and believe that their reflection is their friend, and he will play with his reflection, have fun, dance, and etc., and forget about stealing money. The dead or morrow can take on the appearance of real or mythical animals, and before encountering a weird smell emerges. The famous Leak. Leak is very feared by the Balinese. It can change his appearance to be a human and is transformed only in the evening. He can transform to be bird, monkey, a body with head and its organs that go out, rangde, and etc. The physical body of the Leak remains in bed. Some Balinese who linger around midnight say they have already met what they think is a Leak floating in the air and fun to scare. It is said that at night he goes to the cemeteries to search for buried human organs for use in making magic potion. It is thanks to this that he is transformed into what he wants. It is even said that if it is necessary, the Leak can take organs on living people or even look for pregnant women to drink the blood of babies who are in womb in order to regenerate his powers. The most common form of the Leak is with a long tongue and sharp teeth. Some say that the magic of the Leak only works in Bali and its demon can be found here. It is also said that when one manages to kill him, Leak, the human body of this ghost, he will die in his bed without injury or apparent illness. And some will interpret these signs to conclude that the dead person was a Leak in his life. Also, he attacks especially members of his family because to attack people outside this one requires a very advanced knowledge. The Leak is actually one of the teachings of Balinese mysticism. Basically, the Leak is made to help people, but it was used by some to hurt people. In Bali, there is therefore the Leak of white magic and black magic Leak. We believe that people practicing the black magic Leak will have great suffering by having 1,000 reincarnations on earth. The Leaks usually like to disturb children, to roam the night, and at times they can also fight each other not because of a conflict but just to prove who is stronger. At night, in the sky, it is said to be able to see the fight between Leak as fragments or fire like a shooting star. The Leak that loses the fight will then be ill for a long time or will die following a hemorrhage. The most sensitive people to recognize a leyak are babies who will start crying if they pass nearby. Babies are very at risk of leyak attacks, especially before they are 3 months. That's why we often place on their forehead a piece of shallot. We believe that the clear smell will help keep the negative forces away from the baby. In any case, the practice of the leyak is very badly perceived because we do not realize that is actually a kind of science that fell into the wrong hands, become dangerous because at the base it is not the purpose of the leyak. Example of other black magic in Bali. Pengasih-asih. It's a magic to get someone who loves, but he or she does not have the same feeling. Loving compassion is a black magic used to conquer the heart of the loved one. It is used of different subjects, between ring, bell, and etc. However, it will have no effect on someone who has great fight. Cetik. Poison a person via black magic. Cetik is intoxicated food that can only be seen by the 6 senses. The science of dark magic is controlled with the spirit and can attack the victim in general when there is a party. The person targeted by this dark magic might not be hurt if they have fight or if their soul is not in desire. There are 2 kinds of cetik. The one with immediately effect and the one with effect on the long term, about 6 months. In order to avoid being a victim of cetik during feast, Balinese typically do things like putting salt on the food, or salt is supposed to neutralize the cetik. Throw some food and drink on the ground so the food contaminated will cause cetik to lose his strength when he touches the ground or to pray to the god. When we are convinced that we are a victim of dark magic, we will see Balians to obtain an amulet, a mantra, a magic prayer, a ring or other magic object to protect ourselves from the intrusion of evil influence. Another alternative to go to the Pura Dalam or temple near the cemetery and dedicate to Shiva to meditate all night to have the strength to fight black magic, but often this alternative fails. It is often and especially in remote villages, the black magic is said to be the cause of certain situations. For example, couples who cannot have children, sick people who cannot be cured, or people who died in questionable or abnormal conditions, or simply the mentally ill. When suspicion that a Balian can contact a ceremony and now doubt its powers and the spirit of the deceased, who is the culprit of death. The Balinese also say that to be a victim of black magic, you have to believe in black magic. So it is you decide to believe it or not. Alright, that's about black magic in Bali. I hope this video is useful. Thanks for watching. Don't forget like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.